record. There we go. Hi guys, Steph Elton here again. I'm doing something here which I thought would be some good fun, and I might do this again. I'm going to do a play review, and today's play review is Curtain Up on Murder, which is a thriller, which is written by Bettine Mangtillo. Now, if you're out there watching this, sorry if I haven't pronounced your name right. This happens to be a Samuel French Ltd Limited, and so pretty much, she wrote this play, and if I do break any copyright laws, I'm terribly sorry. But I'm just doing this for a bit of fun, to give you my personal view on it and that sort of thing. Sorry, it's just really, really warm. The play I have read a couple of times. I'm actually starring in I'm actually going to be appearing in an amateur dramatic production of it in September. I think I can say at this point that the director has asked for the rights to do this play, and I think Samuel French has gone ahead and let us do it, and I'll talk a bit more about when we're doing it. Right, Curtain Up on Murder. It's a thriller. I'll give you a little synopsis about it and my views. Pretty much, it's a play. It's about an amateur dramatic theatre group who are putting on a play, and their play happens to be a thriller, a murder mystery. And the caretaker in this is a substitute caretaker who's standing in for the other caretaker who's unfortunately ill. And so there's stuff about where they had to go out the back door when they leave instead of going out the front door because that's locked, and so on. And then a character called Linda, or actually, sorry, the caretaker Harry, is there. Linda, who's one of the characters, who comes in to confront her husband, because her husband happens to have had is having an affair with Sylvia, who's married to the director Martin. Anyway, she comes in through the back door and ends up locking the door, so they're trapped in the theatre overnight. And through this evening, when they're in the theatre, after they've done rehearsals, they're trying to find places to sleep until Sandra pretends to be a ghost, and she falls down the trap door. And Ginny, who is the character I'm playing in our amateur dramatic production coming up in September, I'll tell you more about that later. She has to pretend that, it's an actual ghost when it's Sandra. And so on, and then eventually, I think then Moppet's killed off by drinking some whiskey, which happens to be spiked with poison. And then Linda, who was confronting Alex, her husband, forgot to mention her husband's name, she gets strangled around the scarf. Then Ginny, my character, gets killed off by drinking a cup of tea that's got something in there that you don't usually add to a cup of tea, like milk or sugar. And then all of a sudden, at the end of the play, or near the end of the play, Sandra comes back, turns out she faked her death because her and Harry, her daddy, are in a plot together to kill off the people in the theatre group, because they mention at the beginning of the play about a young playwright who they did the play of theirs, but unfortunately went very, very wrong, and it broke the young playwright's heart, and unfortunately he hands himself backstage one day. And so Sandra happens to be the brother, and Harry happens to be the father, and so they plan a revenge to kill the theatre group to get their revenge. And then at the very end, Alex says something. Let me just find the line, because this then turns it all around. Alex is on the floor after he says, "For pity's sake, somebody help me." This is quoting lines from the play. And then what changes it all is when he sits up and says, "If you get corpsed on the last curtain, I'll kill you." And Sandra turns around and says, "Sorry, I couldn't help it." And so it turns out they were actually rehearsing a play. So in some sense, it's a play within a play within a play, because it's a play about a theatre group who are doing a play, and then it turns out at the end it was a dress rehearsal for another play. It is very complicated, but once you actually read the whole script, the whole play, you understand, and then you think, oh yeah, because there's actually quite a clever twist at the end, which I quite like about it. Now, so that's a little bit of a sort of analysation of the storyline. I think this is a really good murder mystery, because my theatre group, Andran Theatre Group, the Bocking Theatre Club, what we do is we actually read 3 plays and then we pick the one we want to do, and this one was what everybody voted on. It's really good. I like the characters in it. There's some really good characters, some of them that I wanted to go and audition for, like Sandra and Linda. But I did audition for Ginny as well, and you know, I ended up getting Ginny. And what I like at the front of the book, it actually gives you, if you can see, it gives you a little list of characters and gives you a little bit of profiles. So Ginny, my character. Sorry, just realised showing you the wrong page. That was the original people that did the play. That's the page you want. The characters: Ginny, naive, prim, rather gauche, something like that. And she's 18 years old. They actually give you the ages. Pretty much gauche means you know, sort of, one sandwich short of a picnic. So she's not exactly the brightest button in the box, but you know, she tries really hard to sort of please people, and well, not exactly please people, but she tries to, you know, understand what's going on, but then occasionally she turns around and says, "What do you mean?" and that sort of thing. The fact that she follows Sandra around, so that's actually quite easy when you play Ginny. If you're playing Ginny in this, it's actually really good, because then somewhere you don't have to learn your cues, but you do. But the best way to find out or remember when your cues are, for the first bit of the play, you just have to wait until Sandra goes on, because she follows Sandra about until, you know, she kind of gets into the play. I think I've found, like, with just thinking of this from the top of my head, Ginny seems to be sort of, she doesn't have much to say, and she doesn't seem very outspoken when she's with Sandra. Okay, she's sort of like, "Oh, I did, you know, acting at school and that sort of thing. Oh, what are they talking about, Sandra?" You know, that sort of thing. And then when Sandra gets killed off, there's actually a big speech I can't find on the page. It's somewhere. Where the heck is it? Oh yes, here we go. It's at, yeah, near the bottom of page 29 in Act 2, Scene 1, where pretty much she gets very, very sort of frustrated because she's upset because her friend's just died. People are making jokes, and then she's got Alex and Linda having a go at each other, and she just can't take it anymore, and then she just erupts. And then she basically comes like, "I can't take this anymore. Look, the only reason I came here tonight, Sandra told me to." And she kept going on about it, so I pretty much came along so she could shut up about it. And I didn't know what I was in for, because basically she's saying that she didn't know, she literally did not know what was going to happen. She probably had an idea of an aristocratic society where you go along and you do plays and you put them on for the public, but you don't really, but it's not every day. You go to your local Andran group and you get killed off. So you understand where she's coming from. So pretty much she rises moving in between Alex and Linda, because pretty much they're like, you know, it's like, oh, am I provoking you? I can hardly do that, and you know, try me or whatever. And she's like, oh, stop. So, you know, I think I haven't seen the play done before acted out, so I'm not quite sure what it's going to be like. But my group, the Bock and Fizz group, are doing this. If you are in the Bocking or Braintree area and you are interested in coming to see this production, or you're interested in seeing a murder mystery, this one is a good one to see. This is going to be my first straight play. Okay, it's not exactly straight play, but straight play enough. It's not like a variety show or a pantomime that I've done with the Bock and Fizz Club. We are doing it on the 12th, 13th and 14th of September. So that's, I think, a Thursday, Friday and Saturday. So, you know, hopefully if you want to come along, you're watching this YouTube video and thinking, oh, I'd love to go and see a murder mystery, there's your opportunity. So yeah, that's what I pretty much think of this play. I might do another play review. I'll probably do plays that I've already done or seen. But I think definitely when it comes to murder mysteries, I'm not a big fan of... I wasn't before a big fan of murder mysteries because of the fact that there's blood and whatever when you kill people. And I'm not very good with blood. Well, real blood I'm okay with. Fake blood. Ugh. God. All squeamish and cringy like. But you know, this is a really good one to come and see. I mean, out of all the murder mysteries that I've read, only being about 3, this was really good, you know, and, you know, we're doing quite well in rehearsals for it, so hopefully it's going to, touch wood, it's going to turn out really, really well. So I think, oh no, right, just got to press the little red button, there's no other options. Sorry, I'm doing this on my iPad. Other tablets are available. Pretty much, that's the video done. I might do another play review. So pretty much, don't forget to subscribe. If you want to find out more about, if you want to see more of my videos, I actually have another video put up called A Blog Just to Say Hello. Pretty much explains who I am and whatever. And also, if you are interested in asking me questions, hopefully once I've got some questions from you guys, you know, or some response, you know, questions or whatever, hopefully I will do a Q&A or question and answer session. So the only way I can do that is I need some questions. So if you've got any from the top of your head, you can. May I please remind you, I want clean, polite questions. I want no horrible messages or whatever, because I am a person that can take stuff to heart. So, and also today there was a report about a 14-year-old girl who had killed herself because of a website where you ask each other questions. So yeah, let me just put that out as a warning. So yes, I've been Steph Felton, and remember, stay dramatic.